That is how a being is a slave of his karma. And the karmas, each time you have reinforced a certain karma by remembering it, you have reinforced the potency also. The potency, once it is, spent, it's spent, then a spent force, then the potency has no meaning. But until that happens, the potency can produce a result. And if that potency gets nicely, reinforced like this, by every time you remember about the event, every time you commit the karma, every time you intensify your potency of the karma. What end? So the end is in either of these. It will come out in the form of rebirth or supporting life, or in the form of counteractive, that is not supporting but obstructing happy life. You obstruct instead of support. Or the other is destruction of life. These are the four functions a karma will have. That is how. Janaka, Upathambhaka, Upapilaka, Upaghataka. It comes, the karma results in the form of Janaka karma, something which reproduces, reproductive mechanism, that means rebirth into a new form of life in future. Or supportive, Upathambhaka, it supports a life which you have already gained through rebirth. Or the other way, it obstructs all the good things that you can enjoy as a human being. It obstructs, it creates all kinds of misfortunes and troubles and sufferings. Or destruction, upaghatakam, that which destroys. So these fourfold functions of a karma must be understood. And all that occurring through the instrumentality of Indriya. Indriya is the instrument that gives rise to all this. Once you know this importance of Indriya, therefore, in this way, then you cannot but be careful about the Indriya. Then you've got to develop, train your mind in such a way that you have a handle over your Indriya. You can control, you control your controlling power, your controlling mechanism. That is where meditation on feelings come in. In the Satipatthana Sutta, Bhagavan Buddha has given very clearly indeed how to turn a feeling into a very positive and spiritually elevating process of training mind, developing mind, and transforming the mind through development, through training, and through purification of mind. Instead of defilement, now you set in a process of purification of mind. If you get involved in craving, in wanting, in accumulating, in greed, bas, all that you are having is perpetuation of samsara and dukkha. And if it is just the opposite, you contemplate on feeling. Don't allow your feeling to overwhelm your mind. By a process of training, a method of training. There are many methods of training the mind, and one method is training the mind through contemplation, of feelings. Now, for instance, three basic feelings are there. There is a pleasant feeling, an unpleasant, a agreeable feeling or a disagreeable feeling, happy feeling or an unhappy feeling, or the neutral, neither of the two. These are three very basic types of sensations. And they happens automatically, you can't do anything, you can't help about it. You see an object and it's attractive, but it's a very pleasant feeling. Automatically it has happened. So while an object has fallen on the path of your eye, immediately if you develop mindfulness, seeing, and this object, if it is seen too much, if the details are gone into too much, then it will lead to craving. Once you know this, you sort of foresee what will happen if you take interest in that particular object. Once you become interested in that object, you are attracted more. You like more. When you like more, you want to gratify. You want to enjoy what you like. Enjoyment simply means craving. And craving this enjoy, you keep on enjoying, you intensify that craving. And that craving now leads to attachment and so on, and the karmic process which I have already discussed. So the good, the opposite is equally true. Instead, the moment you understand that what is the consequence that you have to face, if you indulge in this object and you enjoy it, what can happen? Just this plain simple question. Where will it lead? That is why in the sutta called Asava, Sabba Asava Sutta, in the Majjhima Nikaya, where Bhagavan has given 7 techniques of how to deal with these situations of life. So there are 2 things. That is what you call manasikātabbang, amanasikātabbang. There are objects which should not be attended to. Manasa markobeku, athava marbardu in Kannada. You see? So, if you attend to that mentally, pay heed or pay attention, you get involved. But if you say no, the consequence will be this, either craving or all that. So why? Forget about it. So you turn your face from that object. See some other object, and you will see along with the turning of the eye, your attention from that object to something else, your mind also has changed. Your feelings also have changed. Automatically the feelings have changed. The new object will produce a new type of feeling. And the new object may be a mental object. You remember, let's say this fighting example. You remember that? Well, if you see that man coming up in the mind, and say, my goodness, I have fought with this fellow 100 times. No. Instead, let me do some metta for him. After all, he was my friend. So you begin to practice metta on him. You say, may he be happy. Sukhino bhavantu. May I be happy by not hating him. Only if I am happy, then I can make him happy. So once you train your mind, avero bhavami, sopi avero bhavatu. May I be avera, non-hating, forbearing, forgiving, loving. May I generate goodwill. So like that, once you train the mind in a positive way, that very object becomes an object for the arising of wholesome states of consciousness. that very fighting event or episode now becomes an episode for developing metta. That is where, you see, contemplation on feeling, you see, is so very important because it brings in its train all kinds of positive thinking. So today we leave it at that. We'll, I think, now take up how to train the mind in feeling contemplation. That will be the subject of the discourse next Sunday. May the blessings of Bhagavan Buddha, his Dhamma and Sangha surround your lives with wisdom and well-being. May you all be enabled to understand the Dhamma and to practice it. Sukhino bhavantu.